spreading the virus. So, we're staying isolated here at Mango, and there is talk about sending us home. So we're not quite to that point yet, but here at our office, our setup, we are very isolated in our own offices. So it kind of works for us to, stay away from people. So, I hope, and again, from Mango Voice, we wish you the best and good luck out there. Man, what an impact this has had on everybody. This is the first time we've ever seen anything like this in our lifetime, where the government stepped in and just shut everything down. And, Mango Voice has offered remote service features for a long time, and it's never really been a topic of conversation or really that valuable until now. Yeah. With everybody needing to work from home and still wanting to communicate and be able to connect with their patients and their staff members. So we've had our phones are ringing off the hook. And so in light of that, we apologize if it's difficult to get a hold of us. I know that a few people have reached out to me personally and said, hey, it's been hard to get a hold of you guys. Just know that everybody is calling Mango right now, trying to learn more about call forwarding and our Mango mobile app and our soft phones for our computers and those remote services. So please be patient with us as we get through this and try to get to everybody. And we'll talk about a lot of different ways you can communicate with us effectively to get the answers you're looking for. So
Jonathan, man, I'm hoping, for those who are, watching right now, we are doing this through Zoom. And so that's why it's a little bit different here, but it allows us to do a screen share. And so, Jonathan, let's just jump on and go ahead and, I want to give you access to share your screen and show us what Mango can do and how it can help us out.
Okay. So let's see. Did you give me control over the screen yet? Share screen one. I think you might have. So let me just grab that. Okay. Can you see my screen, Glenn?
Yes.
All right. So let me come here and we're going to do the Mango tutorial. I had this pulled up and it went somewhere. So one of the primary questions that, our customers are calling in to ask about is how do we forward our phone calls? And I actually have had one of our team members record a really in-depth tutorial that walks through all the different various ways to do it so you can maximize that opportunity. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to kind of walk through the basics with you, and then I'm going to share that link, that video that you can watch later and follow. So right now I'm going to walk you through this. So if you're a Mango Voice customer and you're logged into Mango Voice, you just go to mangovoice.com, you log in, and then this will be your company name up here. So this is your dashboard. If you've done this before, you'll be familiar. If not, we're going to navigate over here to your switchboard. The switchboard is what allows you to control everything. It's on your phone system. So I'm going to click on this. Some of you may or may not have a couple of different switchboards. If you're looking for a particular office or a particular phone number, the way to tell which phone number you're looking for is, first of all, navigate over here to your numbers, my numbers. You'll notice that you have your main phone number and it's listed right here. So if this is the number that you're wanting to forward to your cell phone, then just look right over here at this endpoint. This endpoint will tell you which switchboard this number is pointed at. When I say pointed, that just means it's forwarding, it's ringing to follow the setup on this particular switchboard. So this one is 1000. So if you come back to the switchboard tab, you'll notice that we have a switchboard 1000. So this is what your main number is pointing to, not this one. So we're going to select this switchboard. Now, for some of you the first time looking at this, it may seem a little bit overwhelming. So we'll just take this step by step. If you start right up here at this point, this is where the phone call is coming in. This is the very start. And what it's going to do is going to follow these orange lines to each one of these modules and follow the logic that is set up. So first of all, we have our schedule. For many of you, this may or may not be still relevant because, if you're working from home, you're probably still only wanting to accept phone calls maybe during your regular hours of operation, right? And so we'll leave that schedule in. When you're open, the calls are then going to come to your phones in the office. And this is where we're going to forward your phone calls. Now, instead of using transfer and continue, this basically represents the phones in the office. I'm just simply going to click on this little drop option. I'm going to move it and drop it. That allows me to disconnect that orange line, and see how easy it is just to reconnect that. This is how this switchboard works, by dragging and dropping, disconnecting and connecting these orange lines so your phone calls know what to do. So I'm going to just move this transfer and continue over to the side for the time being, and I'm going to implement an external transfer. Okay, and if you notice, I just clicked on this tab and it appeared into our little diagram here. And I'm just gonna, you can notice I can just click and drag this and put it wherever I want. So it's very intuitive, very easy to use. So I'm just gonna place it right here. And instead of going again to my phones in the office, I'm going to bring it to this transfer and continue. And what's going to happen is right here where it says number, I can now put in my phone number. And 435-319-6207, that simple. Now, my calls will then, when I'm open, will ring to my cell phone. If I don't answer after, right now, it's set to 30 seconds, and you can adjust this to maybe 20 seconds or 25. I recommend about 30 so you have time to answer your phone calls. After 30 seconds, I can then send it to a voicemail. Just like, and it's the same voicemail I'd use if I was open. The only difference, again, is we're not ringing the phones in the office. We're ringing my cell phone so that I can answer those calls remotely. This little option here, pass-through caller ID, you want to make sure that's on so it shows the patient's phone number, and then you have require one to connect. You'll want to keep this selected so that if you don't answer the phone call, the voicemail doesn't go to your cell phone. Right? If you use Verizon, if you use T-Mobile, if you use any wireless carrier, after so many rings, it will automatically terminate or send that call to your cell phone voicemail. If you want to still remain professional and have that standard voicemail that you had set up with your office, make sure this require one to connect is on, and then that allows you to actually decline, decline calls as well. So if you're busy or unable to take those phone calls for whatever reason, again, the call will just go to voicemail. So this is a great way. There's a few other ways you can do this. So if you notice, I can move these out of the way. I can move this all the way over here. And what I'm going to do, maybe you have somebody else in your office. Maybe this is your receptionist, your front desk team, your office manager, but you want somebody else to be in here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab this and I'm going to throw in another person. So you know how lines roll over, calls roll over? If you have a landline service, you'll understand this really well. But you could put someone else's. So I'm going to put Glenn's cell phone in here, right? Just kidding. I don't really know your cell phone by heart. But you can just kind of see how I can cascade these external transfers so that it rings my front desk or my office manager first, and then it rings, somebody else. And if they don't answer, then it goes to voicemail. So works pretty cool. There's a little bit more advanced. There's an advanced way you can do this that I'm not going to get into. If you have more than probably 2 people that you're going to have working remotely that need to receive phone calls, reach out to support and they can help you. I'm going to, again, post this video that they did that should show you how to do it as well. But you can use ring groups and other advanced tools to set up 3, 4, 5, 10 people to ring simultaneously, which is pretty neat, and it may or may not be what you're looking for. So if you need that, give us a call. But for most people, probably 90% of people, this is going to be the primary way you're going to set this up. And again, just using external transfers, connecting the dots, they're really easy, drag and drop. And then remember, the most important thing here is after you've set this up, you need to click save up here at the top. Because if you just go ahead and you exit out of this, it's not going to save it. So I went ahead and saved it. And so this now is the order in which the calls will flow. It's instantaneous. There's no delays. There's no approval from anybody else on my team. You have complete control to do this. So it's that simple. All I did was add a couple external transfers. If I want to change this number later, I can double click in here, at any time. I can log back in and change the numbers, hit save. If I want to rotate staff members out who are responsible to help take phone calls. If I want to change my greetings or messages, I can certainly pull from any greetings I've already recorded here. But it's that simple. That's how you forward your phone calls.
That's easy enough. I mean, I super appreciate that. And guys, that's always like one of the questions that people always post in Nifty Thrifty Dentist is that, how do I forward my calls? This is not working or whatnot. And as you can see, it's pretty easy to use, but there's like little things that if you don't do, it can get frustrating. Like, for example, saving it, right? I mean, I'm sure, and I've been guilty of this too. I did all this thing, it's easy, and then why isn't it working? Get frustrated. I reach out to support, and they're like, did you save it? Because we don't see anything. So little things like that. So guys, refer back to this video. So that's for current Mango customers. That's an easy way to, forward your calls and whatnot, and kind of use this platform here. So Jonathan, talk about the other services that, not too many people use that they should definitely be using right now. Can you show some of those things?
Yep, absolutely. So the first I want to talk about is our mobile app. I don't really have a good way to show it on the computer, so I'll just talk about it.
Well, you can hold up your phone and show it to the screen.
Oh, that's true, huh?
Yeah. Well, so anyways, guys, it's an app. It's a Mango app. John, just walk us through it, but just kind of show them where to download it and what it looks like and all that good stuff. And you can post screenshots later. Guys, we'll get him to post screenshots later. So talk about the mobile app and how is that helpful?
Mango. What's funny is we have our brand new app coming out. And so I went and actually deleted the apps. So you can kind of see this. So I just went to the App Store, Mango Voice Mobile. Can you see that?
Yes.
I don't know if it's blurry or not, but Mango Voice Mobile, you can see I had it downloaded, so I'm just going to download it from the cloud. But I mean, there's some good pictures there. So the Mango Voice app is probably going to be the #1 way for you to call and connect with your patients. If you need to call them or receive a phone call, I mean, the calls will forward to your cell phone, no big deal. But when you need to call a patient, then you would just open up the mobile app, dial their phone number like anything else, hit send, and you're good to go. I mean, it's that simple. There's really nothing to it. So just make sure you download it. I can't, I don't have my Apple ID signed in on this one, so I'm just not gonna worry about it for now. But
so anyways, you want to download that. So besides the app, Jonathan, what else is there?
So besides the app, we have 2 other things you can use. So if you want to work from your laptop or your desktop computer at home, we do have what's called a soft phone. And I'm just going to show that to you right now on my screen. So we're going to actually open a new one here. Mango Voice, register. So that first part, you're just going to use the same login credentials as you would to log into your Mango Voice account. If you have any trouble with that, let us know. We can easily reset your password if you're not sure what your username and password is. But this is a soft phone, and it's just web-based, so it works right off your browser. We recommend you use Chrome. Google Chrome is the best browser to use. Firefox would probably be second, and then Explorer if you have to use that. But I would always recommend, it's not hard to download Chrome, use that. So this is actually a soft phone, so I can just call myself right here, 43531962007. And assuming that Zoom doesn't mess with this, you can see here that I'm just calling myself. My phone isn't going to ring because I turned it on DND. But you can see here I can transfer calls if I need to. I can hang up. I can put the call on hold. Press it again to take it off hold. I called myself twice, so I'm going to hang that one up. Oh, it's calling me. So I called myself from my soft phone, and it's ringing back through my soft phone. But you can see how easy this is. Put the call on hold, transfer the call. To transfer a call, I would just put in my extension. So I'm actually going to call my sales rep, Evan Brown. His extension's 112. I'm going to hit OK. And I transferred that call directly to Evan, just right through this wall behind me. So you can do that with cell phones. Again, if I were to call myself, 435-319-6207, I'm going to go ahead and call. I can transfer to my cell phone, hit OK, and now that's going to go ahead and transfer the call to my cell phone. And it's that simple. So if I'm a receptionist, if I'm an office manager and a call comes in and I need to transfer that to the doctor, I can go ahead and transfer it directly to their cell phone, just by putting in their number using that transfer option. So it's that simple.
And, the thing is that you can have these, you can have the soft phone on pretty much any browser, like what you're just saying there. And so a lot of times when I call someone from the soft phone right here at my desk, and it rings as my office, which is kind of a cool thing. Yeah, that's something you guys have to think about too, is that you want to call your patients or call someone, you can use the soft phone and it comes from your office, even though you're sitting at home. So I think that's really valuable.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of benefit to it. So sometimes, if you live out in a rural area and you don't have good cell phone service, using the mobile app may or may not be the best option for you. So this is a great alternative with a little bit more functionality, even with the putting the call on hold and transferring and those types of things. The one thing to keep in mind with this, if you're going to use this soft phone on your computer at home, there's two things. One, you need to obviously have a headset or microphone or both. You need to be able to hear hear and speak to your patients, right? So a standard headset would work great. Your local electronics store should have just any kind of standard USB headset would work just fine. Second thing you need to know is you may or may not need to configure your router. Like any phone service, there's firewalls on your router that could potentially block your traffic. It's a very, very quick and simple setup. You can call into Mango Voice or text us and we can walk you through how to do it, or we can certainly log in and do it for you. But I would recommend you try it first. And then if you have any kind of quality issues, it's very likely it's your router that's blocking some traffic there, creating some issues. So we can log in and configure that. But again, just takes a minute to do it. But this is a great alternative. This is probably the way that I would do it personally, with a headset, and that way I could be hands-free and I could work from home very, very easily with this tool. Now, so this is our soft phone is what it's called. It's just again, web-based ability for you to, or web-based way to make and receive phone calls. One other thing that we have besides the mobile app and the soft phone is our Mango Plus. This is our old dashboard. We have a new one that's coming out that's really sexy. We're super excited for it. We're probably 2 weeks out and the mobile app's going to get a makeover as well, but this is what's available right now. And this provides a few other tools that will be very handy. It allows you to check your voicemails with voicemail transcription. It allows you to manage, send and receive faxes, HIPAA compliant. It allows you to check your call history. Right from here, you can click to call, you can click to message. So if I wanted to text to myself, then I would just click Team Sales, select that group, and I could text myself right here. And so it's very intuitive, very easy to use to text your patients, to call them back, etc. We also have our chat and text. So from here, these are all customers of ours that we can click on and text from our business phone number. So I can just click on this right now. We have ready. This is our little test one that we set up. So I could click on here and just say, hey, who's testing? If I can type, I'll just do who is, because I can't spell who is testing. And anybody in this group, Dave, Scott, all these guys are in this group, can see this. So what's unique and really useful with this application is that if I have a team of 3 that run the front desk and I want all of them during the day still working from home, responding to patients. So you can see here that Evan is testing. He's typing back to this or commenting. So I can see who's typing so I don't respond over them. But I can also create a group of people to manage all of my text messages. And so I can text and send a new text to a patient by just clicking this plus button, type in their phone number, whatever, just 10-digit number, hit text, and then I can go ahead and text whoever I want. And it shows the office phone number. If they respond, then it's just going to come in through right here. Hi, good morning. This is Evan from Mango. How may I assist you today? Right? And any one of those members in this group can respond back, and I can see them. Even though Evan responded, I can see that message and make sure that this customer is being responded to. In your case, a patient.
So I guess what's kind of unique about that is, let's say, for example, one of my front office staff wanted to reach out to a patient, and the patient had questions for me. Could she add me to this chat so that I can respond?
Yes.
Oh, see, that is so valuable. And especially with, we want to make sure that all our patients are okay and whatnot. And maybe we are working on a skeleton crew at our office because we can only have so many people. It's so helpful because then we can just send all these messages out to patients and then jump on there and respond when it's appropriate.
That's right. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. This is unique to us. It's a one-to-many, so the patient being one and then many being your group to make sure your patients are responded to promptly. But we also have this cool thing, direct messages, so a little chat service built inside. So me and Evan can share direct messages. So if I'm chatting with a patient and I have a question, I could message the doc, right? And just say, hey, how's it going? I have the Mrs. Jones bit into a sugar daddy and pulled off her crown is my famous go-to example of an emergency. People kind of freak out when their teeth fall off or they pull out their sugar daddy and their tooth stuck to it. And so I could talk to the doctor and mention how this is, how Mrs. Jones is really upset. And the doctor could jump into this group and immediately text Mrs. Jones, say, hey, this is Dr. So-and-so. This is Dr. Glenn Vo. Jonathan was telling me that your tooth came off on a sugar daddy. I'm here for you. Don't worry. Not a big deal. We'll get you taken care of, and whatever needs to happen from there. But it allows you to text, communicate with that patient directly. Of course, you could call that patient as well from here or from the mobile app. But texting tends to be the most effective way to communicate nowadays, and especially during the coronavirus. People don't really want to. I mean, I don't know. They're just expecting, I guess, whatever. But a text message would be a very effective way to communicate that. So collaborate with your team, text directly with your patients as a group, as a team. You can text and monitor all those messages, make phone calls, check voicemails, send faxes, check your call history or call text. You essentially can work 100% without missing a beat from home. And there's no real reason other than, actually treating non-emergencies for you to not be able to communicate and continue to run your business from home. And these tools, again, me and Glenn, we talked about this when we were at the Delivering Wow. Mango Voice put out a special offer,
right, let's go ahead, John, go ahead and stop the share so they can see both of us here.
Okay. I'm not sure how to do that.
Yeah, so all you gotta do is just, there's a little box down there. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. So yeah, Jonathan, go ahead and talk about that. Jonathan was about to get into it. I wanted to make sure that everyone can see both of us, that Mango Voice was going to just step up and really offer something amazing for everybody. So Jonathan, I'll let you just jump right into it.
So we understand how this has impacted everybody, and Mango Voice wanted to help out. We wanted to give out. We wanted to provide a way just to give back to our customers because we appreciate you and we understand that, it's you guys that feed us and keep us in business. So for the next 30 days, in light of, COVID-19 coronavirus, Mango Voice is going to offer these remote services for free for the next 30 days. So you don't have to worry about additional expense. I mean, you guys are already taking a big hit from patients canceling and everything else that's going on. So the least that we can do is offer for the next 30 days, provide you the means to work from home effectively, to collaborate with your team, and to continue to run things remotely. If you're not a Mango Voice customer, we also have options for you. This can still work for you, even if you don't want to sign up for Mango, which of course we want you to sign up, and it would work best if you did. And we have some great deals going on that would allow you to get into Mango Voice affordably. There are ways around that by forwarding calls to Mango Voice and using those remote services. But hey, this is why you want Mango Voice or a VoIP solution, because if you have landlines, you're stuck. You don't have options. You can't work from home. So when things like this happen, we never know when they're going to hit. Mango Voice gives you that flexibility to have the tools to communicate in your hands. Right?
I love that, Jonathan. Thank you so much for offering that for all the current Mango Voice users. And guys, again, it's these web services and what are included in those web services, Jonathan?
So you got the Mango desktop, which is the check your history, check your voicemail, send your faxes, chat, text. It includes the soft phone, which we talked about, as well as the mobile app on your cell phone. So you can utilize your computer I mean, it also technically includes a desk phone. If you have one and you're a Mango Voice customer, you are welcome to unplug your phone from the office, take it home, plug it into your internet, and you can make and receive calls from your desk phone as well. So it includes all of that for 30 days for free. You know,
and how much does it normally cost?
So the desktop, the Mango Plus essentially is the desktop application. That's $25 a month. And then you're $30 a month for just one user, right? So if you have 3-4 users, you know, you're $120 a month plus 25, so $150 a month normally to have the access to these tools on a large scale, 3 to 20 to 30 people. And so, yeah, I mean, it can be a lot for you normally, or in this case, it's free.
Yeah. So guys, like I said, it's $150 value, and Mango Voice is going to give it free to you guys for 30 days. All the Mango users, just reach out to Jonathan. Let's use it. And it's something that, honestly, I'm super grateful for you guys to do that, because it's going to help out so many people. But that's the difference. I mean, we have so many people, they always come on. They're like, well, I have a landline and nothing ever happens, right? And, you know, things happen sometimes, but this is what really what separates a voice over IP phone from a landline. Okay, all these features I've been using that I cannot go back to just calling someone and not having those features. So that's what separates things, guys. But Jonathan, thank you so much for jumping on, man. I appreciate it. Jonathan's going to be around. He's in the group. Just ask him any questions in the comments and he'll jump in and answer them. And like I said, he's pretty busy because so many users right now are just really wanting to learn how everything works. They've been reaching out to him. So if you have a question, if you're a Mango user and you have a question, type it in the comments. Maybe 5 other people have the same question and Jonathan can take care of it right then and there in our group.
Yep. Happy to help. You can message me, post on Nifty Thrifty. We're there to help you. We wish you the best. Thanks, Glenn, for having me on here. Good luck, everybody. Stay safe, and let us know if we can help you in any way.
Awesome. See you guys later. Bye.